Alright, so we're gonna start at West Europe and we'll just keep going east. Gonna do a bit of introductory talking in the beginning. Then I'll ask you guys to introduce yourself, keep it short, tell me what you're playing, and go from there. Gonna wait like 1 or 2 seconds. Anyone is still gonna join? No, should be fine.
Did you unlock the ledger?
Actually, that's a good question. Wait, should we look at the ledger though? Oh, no.
We shouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's looking at the ledger. For viewers, it might be interesting.
It's locked.
Is it limited?
By the way, can you hear me okay, or is it cutting out halfway through all the?
You're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, then I'll need to.
It seems like when you're speaking louder, it's fine, but you get a bit quieter.
Yeah.
The end of sentences.
Yeah, sure.
Can we see army losses? Someone's total armies?
No, I think it's still locked.
Yeah, it's still limited ledger, right? Ah, fuck it. I'll change it next time, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm
Maybe
even
you
allowed
just,
to do that.
You just look into the nations.
Yeah, exactly. Tag nations.
So should be better now. Hopefully.
Sounds good.
Should be fine. Just get my text. Alright. We're gonna start. Hello all of you who's watching this podcast. I'm Twin, representing Sunday Wars Universalis, SWU in short. We are a Europa Universalis 4 multiplayer community, and this is our 9th campaign. We started our campaign in 1444 and we will continue until we reach 1821. Now that we have introduced our community, let me introduce myself and my colleagues. I'm the host of this podcast. My name is Twin, I'm playing Timurids. I'm here with a group of people actually. How about you start introducing yourselves, guys?
Hey, my name is Pursuit. I'm playing Mali in Africa.
Hi, I'm Sauron. I'm playing the Ottomans. You know where they are.
Yeah.
And I'm Hanzo and I'm playing Korea.
And my name's Voodoo, I'm playing Delhi.
Okay, perfect, guys. Let's start the podcast in West Europe. I noticed there is actually a big player war going on.
Yeah, I think it's a trade war though, so...
Trade war? No, I'm talking about Iberia first, actually.
Oh, Iberia, yeah.
Alright, so as a player involved in this war, I can do a little background.
Mhm.
The campaign after the first session has been good for the Iberians. They were all allied. They're all friends. So Portugal, Castile, and Aragon all together. However, out of that alliance, the only active player really is Portugal and Aragon. Castile seems to be kind of waiting and doing not much. Portugal has gone to a really long process of colonization, which started with a proxy war to claim Jolof very early on. And he's pretty much been very aggressive towards the Africans for the past 40 or so years, kind of, treating us as if we're second-class citizens. So basically, this is kind of like the first proper war between the two powers. Currently, the war was declared by Portugal against Morocco. Morocco is in a bit of a tight spot himself. His very high corruption, his just the mana generation was really poor, and he got into a bit of trouble due to a rebellion which made him lose a lot of African holdings, especially Tunis. And as you can see, Aragon has pretty much spread there. The Morocco player is though fighting valiantly to try to repel the invaders, but the war is probably going to be a stalemate for a decently long time.
Yeah.
I've been financing him, so that is Mali, and I've sent all my soldiers available up to the north, nearly, gathering up more. This war is pretty much about us trying to minimize our losses and hopefully maybe only give up 1 or 2 provinces max. I doubt we can achieve a victory against them because we don't have the capability of crossing the straits, which is the biggest problem for us.
Mm.
But nevertheless, this war has been very costly for them. If you take a look at Castile's economy, it is not doing so well. And we're pretty much banking on trying to cripple them that way. Because, as I said, my economy is completely untouched. Morocco is fine. I'm financing him.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, maybe the next war, the comeback war, is like where we take everything back. But currently, it's just trying to survive.
Mhm.
That's pretty much it for the West.
Can you just check the tech of Morocco?
The
I
tech
thought
of
I saw-
Morocco.
I saw admin tech 3.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's been forced to do a lot of stability.
Yeah.
It's not been good. He had a civil war.
Yeah.
I don't think he owes me like
Oh,
at
dear.
least 900 ducats, and his corruption is completely out of control.
Yeah,
So
looks pretty scary.
he probably won't survive much longer. But for the meantime, I'm trying to, as I said, it's in my interest to have him,
Mhm.
be my bulwark against
I
like
mean, yeah,
others.
the longer he lives, the longer you have your relative peace with the Iberians.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair though, I had a deal with Portugal worked out after his initial like aggressive action, but the player of Portugal swapped, so from Austria to Portugal, and there was a bit of drama because when Austria died, there was like a point where he basically did a deal with Morocco for him to buy a province from him on the coast and then try to escape to America that way. But I don't know if it's like on purpose or not, but Morocco basically didn't do it, even though he promised. And so Austria is now the Portugal player, and I think this war is partly the revenge for not letting that happen. So there's a little bit of a,
Yeah, I can see
a
that.
little bit of temper. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a war of attrition. Seems like the Iberians have a little bit of the overhand, but seem like they can capitalize on it.
The most important thing you should take a look is the Mali pips for his infantry. I might be 2 techs behind in military, but if you compare the Western pips to the African pips, like it's completely, like really, really one-sided. So there's a possibility that I'm not too far away from the next tech, so you should give me an access to like military tactics, and that should completely overwhelm the Castilians. So I'm kind of banking on that maybe happening, but it's not like the first thing on my mind.
Yeah. Okay, that's really interesting. Let's talk about the general situation as well. Did it surprise you guys that the Iberians united with each other and are not killing each other off like we usually see?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's mostly Aragon's doing. He I don't know how he convinced Castile that he's gonna be friendly with him, but I don't know what his plans are. I think he was afraid about France in the start.
Yeah.
But I don't think this alliance is in favor of anyone but Aragon right now.
Yeah. Aragon seems to be doing the best. You're right.
So I don't know how long it will last. There's been some diplomatic actions to maybe upset them, but they've been holding strong so far.
All right. That's interesting. Do you guys have anything else to add about this situation over here? No?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Now we're on the other side of the world, so
Yeah, I know. So.
it's generally speaking interesting because we've only seen like flashes of Europe, and every single time it's just been more and more horrifying.
There's been a lot of death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm not going to mention any area in particular, but the Russia region is not looking the way it should.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's move on a little bit more north to France, England, Burgundy. Yeah, that region, maybe Cologne as well. I see a really small France, guys. Can anyone fill me in on this?
Peaceful. France is super peaceful. He's if you look at army losses, I don't think France has fought in like any wars whatsoever, except for like a humiliation CB against Savoy or something.
Army losses total. I have to scroll all the way down. I don't even.
Normally
he's
it's an
literally
English
nowhere.
vassal, I take it?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, 22k. The highest one is 200k. Yeah. Very peaceful. Is it also because England blocked him, I guess, with his vassals? Yeah.
That might be the case. All I know is right now, Burgundy and England find themselves in a war, and France, as of this moment, has I think a call to arms from
When you
Burgundy.
switch France, also.
Yep, you're right.
So we'll see what happens there. This is a very pivotal moment for the campaign. I can't believe they did this right as it ended. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There could be a lot of sneakiness involved.
Trade war as well. Like that's gonna last ages then probably.
I think that was England's way of preventing them from gaining any land. Because if France declines to call on like a tax, then he may gain something. But if he accepts, he can't take any land from.
Yeah.
England.
I'm not sure if that blocking works both ways, but it might.
I do see France pushed hard into Italy though. It is Genoa. He already has it. He's already going for that Genoa trade node. And that is also Aragon's trade node.
No, let's just say France didn't really make friends by doing that.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, I want to see a war between France and somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
Also
Yeah.
to check
Yeah, go on for that.
check France's victory card. It's on his only ally.
Victory card. I guess the 1k victory card doesn't matter that much, but it still sucks if you have it on your ally. Yeah. Yeah. England has it on him. And Burgundy has it on no one. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about England actually, because I think this is probably the player that has been doing the best, maybe with the exception of Poland. Let's go to England. I see England has Scotland, has everything united, has a good king, I think. Yep. Is he behind on tech? No, he's doing perfectly fine. Economic ally is full. What do you guys think of England's? They're doing amazing.
I mean, the fact that France is peaceful just spirals things out of control.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think Scotland died way too easily.
You think France could have or should have helped Scotland more?
I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can open as France in multiplayer. One of them is like ferrying your ships across as soon as possible to Scotland, and like landing like an army there, and then you can actually beat England.
Yeah.
But if you stay on the mainland, if you don't do that, like England kills Scotland, and then it's a free game for him unless maybe Denmark or something can intervene. But he's done a good job. He's pretty much secured Britain. He has a big fleet. He's very well developed.
Yeah, with that economic
England's gonna be
ally.
strong.
Yeah. Do you guys see any opportunity to break this hegemony, like from maybe Iberia, maybe Denmark, or is it gonna be a very strong England again?
What are the English ideas right now? Like, what did he pick?
Economic and exploration, actually. Very greedy.
So he deserves to die if he can't farm Great Britain.
Yeah.
By no means is he unstoppable.
I mean, as I said, Denmark is like very key in this. If Denmark somehow cooperates with one of them, it's possible.
Yeah, Denmark did go for the quality ideas for the extra ship durability, I think. Could be a thing.
He's gonna have 10 ship durability, 10 moral, when he takes quality ideas and his national ideas. Castile, Portugal, Aragon, if one of them makes heavy ships too and takes quality ideas, England can die very easily. Because
I mean, it just doesn't make sense though. Like from a political perspective, it doesn't make sense for.
I mean,
for that to happen.
he can blockade all the world 100 years later, so it makes lots of sense if somebody rise up against him.
People have too much, short-term benefit in their mind. I don't like. Imagine Castile right now. He's in debt. How is he going? Does he really want to join against England? I don't think so. Opens him
he
up
can
against
take
France.
3 debts and make 10 ships. That's it. That's all he needs.
Yeah,
And he
but
needs
like,
to cooperate with Denmark, Portugal, and they can can't do really anything.
that's very true, but Castile seems more looking towards the south.
I mean, his tech is not so good. His economy is not so good. If he takes land from Morocco, his admin is going to be even further behind.
Yeah.
I don't
It
think
doesn't
Castile-
matter if he kills Morocco when England is gonna blockade him 100 years later and ask for his trade power.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be interesting what Castillo gonna do about that. Let's move on a little bit to the next region. I don't want to make it a 2-hour podcast.
I mean, I think we need to mention quickly Denmark, Sweden very fast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, we can move over to them right now. I see a Denmark and I see a lot of border gore. I kind of know what happened, but maybe someone with more in-depth details was actually in the voice channels or something can fill me in.
I mean, as a European, I'm speaking a lot here, but I do know the story. Denmark was a bit of a cheeky player. He used a very common way of killing people that fall under personal union in MP. You declare war and pretty much instantly offer a very, very lucrative peace offer in which he gave up pretty much most of Sweden back to Novgorod.
Yeah.
So basically, a Sweden player got kind of killed really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his fault in a way, but yeah, I mean, it happened.
Yeah. I mean, he could have gotten like free, I guess, by declaring war. It's a bit cheesy as well. Is Sweden still playing or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, if somebody showed him his nation, he would come and play because he didn't really lose that much. He got most of his land back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just came back and played.
Yeah, Sweden's a powerhouse. If he can make a deal with England, like it's in England's interest probably to kill Denmark.
That 5 income though. Bad.
That's cute.
Yeah,
It's all you need in Japan, you know.
I guess. It's not Japan though.
But diplomatically, you know, England doesn't like Denmark so much.
Yeah,
Like, can
that's
you
true.
zoom into the capital of Denmark? Look at the forts there. Look at the forts in the capital of Denmark.
To tag Denmark. Oh. Tag Dane.
There are
Yeah.
like 4 forts there.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart.
D-A-N.
Yeah.
See the sea chains?
hmm I mean, it's kind of what you have to do, I guess. Make sure England doesn't take the
Anti-English.
Isles.
Sweden player comes back, there will be some big wars there.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's go over to Central Europe. Because I notice a very strong block here. It is Brandenburg, Poland, Bohemia, Hungary that are kind of allied with each other. Is it true, Ricky?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it? Okay. Let's look at Poland's allies at least. Poland is allied with Hungary and Brandenburg. Hungary is allied with Poland and Bohemia.
This block did one of the biggest gangbangs I've ever seen in my life.
On Austria?
On Austria.
We were just 3 people.
I mean, the thing is, I know the Austrian player, and I was talking to him a lot about his Diplo and like what he should do. Cause the thing is, he was late a couple of days after the roster was announced, so
yeah.
it's a bit hard, you know, when people have already made deals and stuff.
Always do Diplo on first day, kids. Yeah, continue.
He tried to, you know, offer very lucrative deals to some players, but you know, it seems like they said yes, but went back on their word as soon as the game started. So I mean, it's you know, it's his fault in a sense. You should do Diplo as soon as you can. I think in multiplayer games, it's very important.
Yeah, I agree.
Intrigue is the fun part. But he fought till end. I mean, he literally he didn't quit until his entire country was taken away from him.
Yeah.
So kudos to him for, you know, standing his ground and
His country still is alive. You see it.
Yeah, but
It's occupied though, so I'm guessing it's not going to be alive for next year.
He was playing it until the end.
I mean, he literally played it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's something to be said about that. Like, people leave after they lose one war.
He's committed to the game.
Oh.
Good.
Speaking of another player that's completely occupied, I see the Papal State here being completely occupied.
Except the call terms from France.
Accepted? Okay.
No, it's killing our screen.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
Alright.
take it away.
Yeah, I did. It's just the stream is like delayed for 5 seconds.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, completely occupied in 2 wars. Is the Papal State dead, guys? Yes, no?
I mean,
One of those wars is an AI, so
Yeah.
Well, he might be dead. Not sure.
What is keeping the war score from being 99?
Well,
Some
the-
of his countries occupied by Milan, and some of his countries
But it is
occupied by
99
Aragon.
for the one war,
It's because of
so
Florence.
Okay.
It's fine. The rebels will liberate. It's fine.
Yeah.
but isn't that 99 for Milan War? Or am I seeing things wrong?
Yeah, we do have a rule, I think, where you can take
Yeah.
74% war scoring, and the other person has to accept it.
Look at the land occupied. Most of the land is occupied by Aragon, but most of the war score is owned by Milan. So Milan can
Yeah, but
take much
they're
land.
Milan and Aragon are in the
Because they
same
don't
war.
occupy it.
Though,
Oh, okay, sorry, my
and
mistake.
they're both players.
I see why. It's because Florence has this one province.
It's a fourth.
I guess the Reformation came a bit early for the Pope.
Yeah. Rip.
Oh, by the way, if you're talking about the Reformation, can you check what the
Oh,
Reformation desire is
Yeah,
right
of course. That's interesting. It's actually really low. 58. Pretty low, right?
now? Oh, that's super nice. I mean, I'm playing the Ottomans, so the longer the Age of Discovery is, the happier I am.
Yeah, because of the age bonus.
Yep, 33% siege ability.
And I am Poland. It's not really good for me.
Yeah.
But
I guess.
doesn't the age end once colonialism doesn't have anything to do with religion?
The Age of Discovery ends once Protestantism spawns. And
Yeah.
that happens when the reform desire of Catholicism is at 90, I think?
Yeah.
Or it might
19
be 100.
or 100.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It ramps up when it gets higher and higher.
It might just be it gets likelier the higher it is, and whatever. It hasn't happened yet, so I'm happy.
Yep. Let's move on a little bit more to the east. I see Ottomans that won against the Mamelukes, and I see a Muscovy that is like border gore over here. Like, what is this shit?
I mean, Muscovy itself is pretty much start borders, isn't it?
Yeah. Except for this. Odiev, Astrakhan.
Yeah. His loyal ally is ODF. And his disloyal vassal is Astrakhan.
Kind of funny. Did
I
the
mean,
AI
Muscovy should be a fine nation if someone, whoever comes plays it next time, should be good.
Yeah, not high
I think
corruption.
we need something.
I mean, we talked about Polish, Bohemian, Hungarian, Prussian alliance, so he can't really fight it. And he also borders a hostile Bukhara on the other side. And I don't think Denmark likes him out. Look who took St. Petersburg. So
Yeah,
he's
Yeah, he's in a pretty hard spot.
isolated.
it's gonna be hard. But maybe someone can do it. What kind of general is it?
It's multiple friends, like both Ottomans and Timurids allying him. Otherwise, he's gonna have just die.
Yeah, I remember because I followed the war a little bit, and I heard Toon say his starting general died very early, and then he got a 6 shock general, which apparently decided a lot of the battles. Did you hear anything about that, Preaky?
Not really. In the first 15 years, nothing happened in the war. Then Lithuania peaced out for white peace for no reason, I think. Then Golden Horde got occupied and this Astrakhan thing created.
Yeah.
Afterwards, during peace, I backstabbed Lithuania.
And he
Then
surrendered
Toon
to you?
had to go.
Oh.
What?
He surrendered to you? I heard something.
Yes, I told him that we are very good allies, and then I gifted him 75 ducats. Then I declared war on him. They're saying I will ally him. And then he said, just send a peace offer. And then we peaced out. It was a very short war.
That's a nice.
Nobody died. It
yeah.
was peaceful. Like, not even a war, it's reconquest or...
Did he,
no war,
did he
just
stay in the
land.
game or did he?
Did he stay in the game? Yeah, that's interesting. Or did he play to the end or not?
He left. He switched to Kilva and died again, I think. And then switched to Native America.
Rip.
Okay.
Let's go over to the Ottomans actually in the Middle East.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of rip, Mamluk got ripped. Mostly because of their own fault, because they decided it was a good idea to change unit type while in my lands.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
turned out isn't a good idea. So he lost half his army.
I was following that actually. I think you were like standing at Ankara with like 2 stacks.
Yeah, but I was recovering from a lost battle, and then he invaded. He was standing in, I think the exact
Thebes?
province is Bozok, I think, where the battles happened. Yeah, it was that province. Yeah, he decided to switch his unit type, had no morale, 20k stack. I walked 40k in it and basically instantly stack wiped it.
Yeah.
Sadly, the second stack went into the battle then late, but I couldn't stack wipe it because they got really bad rolls. 3 zeros in the first 4 rolls, so
Yeah.
half of his army survived, but the war was over by that point then.
Do you think they would win if they didn't switch unit types?
It would have been definitely a lot harder, but from the way the war was going, I don't think they would win. It would just take longer for me to defeat them.
Did Timurids help you a lot, or was he just watching there?
I tried to help.
He was sieging QQ land, then the armies walked over there, then he retreated, then the armies walked back, then he sieged again, and I think he got caught once in a battle
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Oh, so he accidentally fought once. Okay.
Yeah.
I tried my best, man.
QQ has forts.
Yep.
They don't fall so easily because Timurids don't have Ottoman siege ability. But to be fair, by that point I didn't have that yet either. But now I have. And I spent money and recruited 10 artillery regiments. So everyone who thinks their forts will protect them is sadly mistaken when they're fighting the Ottomans.
Of course, fighting against the QQ and the Mamelukes, on that front, on the west front, you kind of conceded a lot of land to Hungary. If you look at it that way.
Well, I didn't take anything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more I mostly was busy in the other war, and then Hungary basically had all of that already, so I decided it wasn't worth fighting over it right now. I mean, Mamluks left after the war, so I now have an AI basically free to eat. So
Yeah, you don't really need this.
What's your situation with Ethiopia?
Ethiopia's doing fine.
Are you friendly or not so much?
Well, we talked a bit, and I promised to help him if he gets attacked by Mamluks, which didn't happen because Mamluks attacked me and then died. So we're kind of friendly.
I'm just wondering, like, if a Mameluke player comes in, what his
I mean,
all the time.
even if Ethiopia Mamluks and QQ allied at this point, I would just steamroll all of them. So it doesn't really matter. And
At
that's
this
without
point,
help from the Timurid.
Selfless. Ottomans have 80k troops. 40 of them are fully drilled Janissaries.
Yep, and they're all
Yeah.
drilling, so
Mamluks probably have like 35 force limit. And no
40.
economy and have lands.
Yeah.
Also they went bankrupt 3 times or something, so
Oh Jesus!
their land is not in great shape.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I think Muscovy is more playable than the Mamelukes at this point.
Moscow is very good. It's totally playable.
I mean, Muscovy just needs to be like a super intrigued person, and if he manages to, break up the blob, then should be in good shape.
And I agree.
Potentially Ottomans as allies as well. You never know.
I just wanted to ask. I saw that England was involved in the war with Mamluk. That was enormous
Oh,
help.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
What
England
did-
paid the Pope 25 ducat to crusade me, so he then joined the war by intervening and did nothing. And just
Okay.
got
So
the
only
crusade
the
bonus.
Crusade bonus.
Pretty smart.
Well, I don't like him now, but I don't know if I can hurt him in any
We
way.
thought about declaring the Ottomans too. Me, Poland, Hungary, and Austria. Just for the crusade bonus. While killing Austria.
But you don't need that. Didn't need
We-
it.
We didn't need to overkill him. We didn't need to upset you or scare you.
Yeah.
You can make some heavies and help France.
Yeah.
You have the gold.
Yeah,
Uh,
but the drummer built galleys, they're more useful for me.
Vassalize London. Make it Sunni, develop it. Call Evans
No,
and
I would make it Shia.
No. Yes, yes.
Ottomans are Shia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ottomans.
When
Then
did when
Forgot
did you
to
swap?
mention that.
When did you swap?
A lot later than I planned to, because the war kind of disturbed it, and then I accidentally killed the rebels in another war. So I had to wait for the third spawn, and then I could finally convert. So it's like 5 years or so. I'm Shia now. But I heard someone telling me that it wasn't worth it because I could just get the cult bonus from some other country. But if you check the map, the only Shia country near me at this moment is QQ. And
Yeah.
that should be about it.
I guess there's Yemen. Yeah.
Is it even Shia?
Yemen is
Yeah,
out.
Racids.
Racids
is.
is.
Yeah.
And they have the good school.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Religious ideas as well.
Oh, then I need to check if I chose the right one myself. Because it might be they have the same one as I do, and then it would be pointless.
Yeah.
They can be a useful march for seeds,
Yeah, definitely. They have good ideas for
especially
that.
for Africa.
Yeah.
Racids are good, but with such a powerful Ethiopia, it's a bit late.
Yeah,
But
I mean, as a
early
as
game,
a,
it's
as
a
a
I mean,
vassal.
Ethiopia is powerful, but not compared to the Ottomans at this point. I think.
Oh. You're
Can check-
comparing yourself to Ethiopia.
Well,
the
I mean,
economy of Ethiopia.
Timurids could do that, and I think Timurids in Ethiopia would still go to Timurids in
20
compared strength.
income, no manpower, have loans. I see rebel progress. This country is having a disaster.
They're not in
Ethiopia?
top shape.
I think he's
Yes.
fine. He's just not like if anyone else attacks him, he could be in trouble. But with no Mamluk player, he can pretty much roleplay.
Chill.
Yeah. What do you guys think of QQ? I guess they're in a really bad spot now that the Mamluks are kind of dead.
I mean, it was always like once they lost the first war, they were done basically.
Yeah. You guys think that's the case?
No.
No?
I mean, as I said, I think a lot depends on what happens with the Ottomans on the western side. But there's always, as I
Yeah,
said,
but
like
the
Slav could
problem
move
is
against Ottomans.
the western side can't really reinforce QQ in time. So if QQ is war leader, then it could work, but QQ would be completely occupied before the west even reaches that point, even while walking above, because Crimea is March now
Yeah, you got the
of the
event.
Ottomans. So, and
I mean, it's not completely. It's bad, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's game over. Like
Okay.
I would take this nation.
Also, you also see in the screen now the one reason why I don't really like France at this moment, because Azov is still owned by Genoa, and France made a vassal out of it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of annoying, but it's not worth starting a war over.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the Ottoman-French alliance coming to fruition as well. At some point, France is scared
Yeah,
of
it
the
could
blob.
happen.
Historical path, hello.
Yeah, but that was against Austria. There's no Austria anymore.
Well, Hungary is kind of Austria now.
Yeah, I guess.
It's kind of Austria-Hungary without Austria, so it's just Hungary.
Hungary, Austria. Yeah. If he vassalizes it, especially. Funny.
That would be funny. there's an
Personal
achievement,
junior partner of
actually.
Hungary.
Yeah.
I actually have a quick question regarding like balance in East Europe.
Yeah.
All right, assuming we're pretty full in East Europe, do you think it's better for Hungary to strike a deal with Poland and Austria and be friends, or do you think there's like a higher chance that Hungary should probably ally Bohemia and then fight against Poland and Austria? How do you think the
But-
dynamics there, like not considering this game, how do you think dynamics in that region play out usually?
It depends on the other players around them. I mean, you should make friends wherever possible and make at least one enemy where you can expand.
I can
That's the
explain
case
it
now.
very simple. There are 3 gold mines, one in Hungary, one in Bohemia, one in Austria. And the only country with terrible states is Poland. So everyone will try to ally Poland because nobody cares about his land. And everyone will try to get another gold mine or kill another player. And in this case, usually Poland have a diplomatic advantage there because nobody cares about his land except sometimes Lithuania. But Hungary, Bohemia, Austria, all of them want each other's land because they have missions. I think Austria have a mission to straight pull Bohemia, personal union Bohemia, and Hungary has similar missions. And you see, everyone just killed Austria.
Yeah.
Tyrol is taken by natural state, Switzerland.
So who benefits the most out of this, like, 4-player corporation? You saying Poland?
Switzerland.
I think Hungary, because he gets to have good allies so that Ottomans just go and eat him. If Hungary had no allies right now, he will just lose half of his country. He wouldn't even have the chance to take Kosovo, which is very aggressive.
Yeah, taking Kosovo.
Yeah, but
is
he's
fun.
not really making the most of it because the last time I checked, he didn't develop any of his
Yeah,
gold mines.
he didn't develop his gold mine either, so money is not being drilled. The world inflation is fine thanks to him.
Yeah.
I mean, you should take a look at some Malian gold mines. They're not bad. At least one of them.
I believe you.
Yeah.
It's been financing everything.
Yeah. Yeah, QQ. Not in the best shape, still has a good shape. Let's move on over here. Let's do the Timurids Bukhara. You guys are probably wondering why Bukhara has Bukhara and Samarkand. Because I gave it to him.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, my luck, I'm gonna get my ruler dead in 1 month. Gonna try to make a deal with it.
Who do you plan to kill next? Ethiopia, Delhi, Bukhara?
if I had
Not Delhi, not Delhi.
if I had plans, I'm not gonna tell you, Rick.
That's the benefit of being the Ottomans right now because we have a huge
I've
AI.
been
So
clear that I'm gonna
that
fight.
question is obvious.
Will be open too.
What
Who's
is it?
next?
So
Who is
what you're
next?
saying is you're the reason why the Bukhara could just sort of expand east and take my delicious gold mine,
Yes.
Buryata, you bastard.
Yes, actually, initially I can tell you
Right.
that. I could tell you that. Initially, I wanted like a big, strong Bukhara because it was strong. I was like afraid of Muscovy expanding like crazy. I know Tun is a pretty good player. So I thought like, I'm gonna put like a giant, massive Bukhara next to him.
Can you close the fog of war so we can see the glory of Bukhara?
Ah, yeah, the snake, the Bukhara snake. Here's his text. Do you see this? You're gonna see this in like a few seconds.
How much corruption?
Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah, he has 3 gold mines. Then they're all in equal distance to each other.
He did develop it though. This one is 10.
Yes,
This one is 10.
developed his gold mines.
This one is 10.
He has good income. Look, he has inflation too.
Hungary, take notes, please. It's quite a lot of inflation. But really good income for Bukhara. This is really good income.
Yes, for such a weird-looking country.
Yep.
Like, so where's the next gold mine? Who will he attack next?
I know there's one in India. We're here somewhere.
A snake
I
to
heard
India is
there's a couple
coming.
in China.
And in China as well, yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting. What do you guys expect of Bukhara? He has quite a good economy. Do you think he's just gonna take over all the hordes, or we go east?
He has the most diverse expansion route, but he also
He
lots
also
of
borders
land that
Ming,
other
maybe,
people might want.
That could be a problem.
He borders Ming, yeah.
He tried
He
pushing.
borders Timurids. I think like this is not a good thing.
Wow.
Without a Russia, I really don't. Like he's in a surprisingly safe position.
I agree.
He borders Ming and he's gonna border Poland, the
Yes, but the Ming
freest country in the world.
The Ming is remarkably, well, shall we say, our benevolent overlord is very peaceful as of yet.
Yes, I agree. He's just giving money to people around
Yes,
him, and
indeed,
he's
almost
very-
annoyingly painful, if I might say so myself. Myself,
You're
Christ.
telling me you have too much money?
No. I'm not necessarily upset with that part. It's all the other parts, like make allies of your enemies and other nonsense.
I think the most impactful thing for Ming and Bukhara is going to be the situation in India.
Yeah.
Like
Where's
that's
the
by
Ming's
far the most
victory
interesting.
card?
It's on Korea.
I'm curious.
Definitely should kill him.
I guess the first tier victory card is not that important. Where's this?
Korea is good development.
No,
He
no.
just makes
It's
it
good
accepted
trade.
culture.
Look away from Korea. No, 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 stop it.
Korea talking.
No, no. Korea is irrelevant.
Oh,
it's
and
a
Korea
backwater.
has victory cuts on Ming.
Oh.
It's
Yep.
a backwater, really. Don't worry about
definitely
it.
should kill him. It's
It's a
Korea.
backwater. Wait,
I promise. We don't have nukes. Don't be ridiculous.
that would be ridiculous. What are these did you go for? I bet it's economic.
Don't
Exploration.
stop questioning my things.
Korea is in Americas already.
Is
She's
it?
in Alaska.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I am not going for anything at all. Could you please stop looking at my colonies?
Okay.
God,
You're
I
gonna
wish you
migrate
more luck
to
than I had
Universe.
last game.
If you switch to
Will
Korea,
you form
and
USA?
I swear to God. Will I farm what?
United States of Eastern Korea? No. that-
I was thinking actually, Man in the High Castle. I'm going to create the Pacific States.
Oh.
So
Yes.
you're farming Japan then?
Yeah, God, I wish. No, no, I won't. I'm. This is another one of the sad policies of our benevolent overlord Ming. He has decided that Oda would make a worthy friend and tributary of the great Ming emperor or whatever the hell. So basically, the Oda player, he's he's my buddy now.
That's nice, right?
For how long?
It is nice.
Dun.
Hell yeah, it's nice. Have you seen Oda's ideas? Jesus Christ, I have Space Marines at my side.
I mean, Oda has even better army than Ottomans, and it's the only country to have that at this moment.
Look at his moral compatibility.
I'll go over them soon, but we're kind of skipping a region I want to talk about. It's India.
We can talk about them last.
India isn't important,
India,
so we can
India is
skip
just
it.
the play site of Ming, basically. He is currently literally keeping Bahamanis on fucking life support. He's giving daily money for no obvious reason. And I think he's basically just poking Bengal and Vijayanagar with a stick, trying to make
He's
things happen.
guaranteeing both Bahmanis and Vijayanagar.
Yeah, okay, well.
That's interesting. Did you guys also see this surround? Like, Kam is a vassal of Ming.
Yeah,
Basically has all the mountains.
a friendly hug.
Yeah. Like an ever-looming threat above the Indians.
So he's gonna snake to Persia, not from there. Like
There's
President, I think.
Stop it, Bo. Stop it, Rick. He's gonna kill Korea, okay? It's not gonna kill me.
No, he's going to leave Korea be. But there's some beautiful irony in the fact that he's made a vassal there. If you've seen the new mission tree for the, what's it called, the Tibetan nations, basically, they're completely now revolved around becoming a horde and killing Ming, so...
Tibet? Is it?
Yes, yes.
Tibet
I swear to God,
politics.
their missions legit lead to them becoming a horde and killing Ming. It's funny.
Great Tibet.
Yes, don't question it.
And the Chinese threat.
Yeah, I said, dude, it's great.
It's great.
One of these days, I would like to see this this campaign end with them breaking free and indeed being the one to end Ming. That would
Do you
just it
plan
would
to
be
turn
beautiful.
to hard Korea after you reach the last government reform?
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Oh
Look,
my
can.
God, that changes everything.
Yes,
No, you
that's-
can't. Only tribal countries can do that.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure I can't.
check it.
If not, like, dude,
No, he can.
I'll
Okay.
check it soon. You can?
I mean,
Okay.
I can't go Manchu because Kreshka personally hates me. We all know that's the reason why.
Well, I
Uh,
couldn't go Manchu too as last campaign,
yeah,
so I had to settle for
well,
Japan.
Yes, but then it was because the rules were, the rules. But this time it's because Kreshka hates me, and that's always the reason. Listen, regardless, Kreshka hates me clearly.
I see your
and-
point.
Yes, yes. And furthermore, I can't form Japan because Oda is friend, not food. So I suppose
You can form Japan with Oda leaving, I think. Or can't you?
No.
Well, I need to conquer basically all of, or I'd need to own all of Japan basically. So that's
Also, the problem with Oda still existing is that there has to be no country in the world with shogunate or independent daimyo
You just
government.
need to
Ah.
kill Malaya and make Oda for Malaya then.
what?
You need to start the Dutch East Indies occupation.
This is some fucking three-dimensional chess going on
Yeah.
here. Oh, okay.
It's the craziest ideas, man.
I
Hey, but
guess.
that very fact I just said prevented me from being very frustrated last campaign because the Japan player, I think it was, I'm not sure who it was.
There were four.
He had, yeah, but the one basically united Japan, and the only reason why he couldn't form Japan at that point was that Ashikaga was still alive in some random island in the Pacific, and so he couldn't form it.
That's great.
That's,
No, basically, I can't get good ideas because Well, because Kreshka hates me, basically. So instead, I suppose I'm just gonna become like a monastic order or something equally ridiculous. Instead, I play more for the fun of it. I'll admit, rather than go hardcore for the score. As such, I set up little goals for myself, like last campaign, where I, out of arguably the worst nation in the world, period, managed to form Germany, which I'm pretty happy with. Okay, let me tell you, I'm pretty happy.
Will you
Now,
migrate to Nivert when Ming attacks you?
I could,
Or will you just
but before
leave?
I do that, right, the Korean culture group, as a group, it is the largest, or it is the smallest in the game, period. It is only Korea, right?
Mhm.
And it is only that tiny region. Now, starting at the smallest culture group, I intend to make it the biggest. I am going to
Good
make
luck by that.
I am going to make Stalin and Hitler look like little children. The
I'll make
amount of
America
genocides
Korean.
I am going to carry out,
Jeez.
starting with the Manchus.
Well, then you're doing basically the reverse of me last campaign because I decided to wipe out the Korean culture.
What is wrong with you?
I just like it to be counterintuitive.
Well, I mean, I am, after all, the enlightened scholar king, okay? I have to bring glory to the Korean people.
What happened to India? We forgot it.
Yeah, I want to start talking about
it's
India, guys.
That's for last, boys.
Right.
Just one last remark, because I just lied to you. I didn't wipe out the Korean culture, actually. Because I forgot there exists one small island in the Pacific that,
Oh.
for some reason, resists the evil emperor in converting it. So the Kuriles, I think, is the name, state Korean.
Yes. You may beat the Korean people, but their spirit will never die.
Alright. Let's talk about India for real now. I see 4 players here. There were 6. What happened to them?
There were 7, I think.
7 even.
7.
Orissa is a bit more smaller.
Yeah, we're so
South side.
smaller.
So he lost. Rip.
Yeah. There's no Maywar. I noticed that.
Yeah. Well, pretty much, I had a really rough start as Sirhin. You know the event that fires, that starts the war.
Mhm.
The average time for it is 3 months, and for me it fired in May, so 6 months later.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there's
I
an
had-
event for that? Interesting.
yeah, it gives you 4 infantry, 2 cavalry, and you don't lose 3 stab for declaring the war.
Hmm.
And
And
at the
I
start,
Played
I
single
took-
player. I didn't know that the event existed and just declared an independence war. Interesting.
Bengal
know.
told, Bengal told me before the game, so I would have
Oh.
declared the regular war. I talked with everyone in India, and we were pretty much friends except Jaunpur. And 2 months into the game, Jaunpur was allied to Orissa, Bahmanis, and Mewar. It was a 4-player alliance.
Yeah. Pretty
And
much.
then I just had to talk with each of them. Only Orissa unallied, and me and Bengal declared on Jaunpur. And I'm not sure why, but Mewar and Bahmanis declined. They had their own wars. And at that point, pretty much everyone became an enemy in India.
Is Delhi a tributary of Ming?
Who?
No.
You.
No.
So you're in a great danger. I must warn you here.
Yeah, I'm in great danger. I know that. I have Ottomans and Timurids, and
Yeah. Will Ming protect you from those people?
I have no idea. Ming has been pretty much slowing down my entire game. Every peace deal, I had to talk over with Ming, and Ming would talk with Timurids, so it looks like a big hug box. I'm not sure.
I think he just wants to both your land and Timurid's land.
He
Ming
wants
wants
me
both
to
islands?
stay. He wants
Yes.
me to
Ming wants to do
stay-
world conquest. I'm pretty
no,
sure.
no. Ming just wants me to stay small so he can use me against Timurids, pretty much. I hope he doesn't want my land, we'll see. And I'm not sure what Twin is going to do. Hopefully.
I keep telling you, man. Like, I don't want anything with India. I kept my word. You know?
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
I see those deserts and grasslands in central India. Best states, there are 5
yeah.
provinces.
This one is very nice, Lahore.
Undefendable.
It doesn't matter how big the states in India are, it's all trade company land.
I
Or
just have to
nearly
say
all.
So you see, Ottomans are revealing the Timurids' plans. So Timurids gonna
But
take.
Timurids can't trade company
nothing.
because they're Asian, so
You can help him move his capital to Europe, can't you?
I think
well,
I'm
he
one
can
province
move
away.
that.
I
Yeah,
think-
he's like one province away in. What? Abkhazia,
in
Azerbaijan,
Shirvan. Yeah.
above.
Above the Caucasus, Europe begins.
So yes, and I think India
some reason.
will die.
I hope it
You say
won't.
that, but like Delhi.
India is
54
more
limits?
resilient than you think.
Yeah.
But Delhi is the only strong nation there. Look at Bahman, it's ruined totally.
I can
Look
go
at
into
Vietnam.
14,000
has-
depth, so if anyone attacks, I'll go till the bank.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you definitely can defend yourself. But Manis and Vianagar is a different story.
That
Vinegar
nation.
isn't that bad. Me and Begal kind of saved him.
I'm actually wrong. This Delhi can just live very easily by allying Ottomans and Timurids, giving them the coast of India and killing the Ming, which is very easy, isn't it?
You keep talking about
Oh.
killing Ming, Rick.
So, yes, I changed my thoughts. I'm expecting Delhi
Oh, he
and
did that
Timurids
last
to ally.
campaign, so
Yeah.
Yeah, the Timurids player likes to kill Ming.
For
So-
now, I'm gonna be peaceful and stay in India. So
You need to pick a side and kill someone.
I have lots of dev left in India.
because
I'm
if
in
you
no
don't
rush.
pick a side, then everyone else picks one and you die.
Oof. Wise words, guys. Yeah. So these two are guaranteed. Delhi is a clear winner, in my opinion. In India, Bengal second place. Gonna be interesting to see how that happens. Did you guys have any contact with people from outside India? Did you try to force them into your wars or ask them?
No, Khmer and Malaya did ally Bahmanis because Ming told them, but I think they will annul those.
Khmer player is playing very interesting. Is he developing his land? Why is Khmer so small? Why is AI Ayutthaya still alive?
That's interesting.
Korea
actually.
here. Korea should know.
Taking a wild guess, Ming is responsible.
Sorry, what?
Why is Indochina still in peace? Why is there still AI there?
Probably
You're friends with Malaya, so.
Oh,
No.
well, as far as I've understood, Malaya. Oh god, how much of this can I say? Well, he's only interested in Malacca trade now. Basically, that is more or less as far as it goes. As such, he's not going to eat too far into Ayutthaya. Once more, our glorious overlord Ming is very particular about his diplomacy. As such, the general agreement is that we're going to have a Khmer in Indochina, a Malaya in Malacca, and bits of.
I see Malaya in Molucca's trade node. Don't you see that?
Yeah, no, there are some minor.
Issues.
There was a
Well,
deal.
not issues, abbreviations. It's part of the deal. It's part of several deals that have been drawn up through arguing for nearly 2 hours.
Which idea group Malaya took first?
Quantity, because he was forced to fight a war, basically.
I think he's very dead. Ming is just giving so much money to Tondo. He can blockade both Ming and Malaya.
That's
like,
100
years.
I'm afraid to say that that's not going to happen. They're going to peace out next session. It's already been sort of negotiated.
Rip Malaya.
No, Malaya's fine. I said it basically ends up with Malaya and Tondo both being tributaries to the mighty overlord Ming at
So
some stage.
you are allied with Tondo too behind the scenes, okay?
I'm not necessarily allied with. Actually, well, I mean, no. He's a tributary of Ming, but you know, we all serve the emperor, I guess.
Yeah. Do you know why Khmer is so small? Did he have to fight player wars? I guess there was a dive yet, right?
There was, but
No.
I think it's largely speaking just being Khmer. Being Khmer is genuinely a pain in the ass, because you need to eat into that coring cost land, and then you've got AE against literally all
Is
of
Khmer
Indochina.
colonizing?
I don't think so. I think that's only me, Tondo, Malaya, and Ming.
Khmer shall join you too if he's that bad at expanding.
Whoa. I mean, hey, you tell him that.
Nice
Okay.
economic ideas.
I will.
Yeah, I think we kind of covered all the nations. Did I miss something? We don't have Americans, right?
Let's look at how institutions are spreading in
Yes.
the world.
There are no Americans. Don't look at the Americas.
There's a blue province in Alaska.
No, there isn't.
I see it.
No, there isn't.
Let's see.
For
We
fuck.
we wanted to look at the institutions, right? Yeah, that's
Sadly, we didn't get quite far enough for colonialism to spread, so.
yeah. West Europe has it. Pretty normal, I guess.
Renaissance, yeah.
Or Ethiopia has it.
Since we had so unusually many players in Asia, we developed it in, I believe, 3 locations at once.
Oh, but not in
India,
India,
Poland,
I think.
Russia, Timorids. These are the ones that don't have it and still players.
I mean, I'm
India
almost
was
getting it.
busy with it.
You know.
Hmm.
Bukhara is almost also getting it. Mali has it, right? I'm not seeing this wrong.
Yes, he has it.
Mali's good, don't worry, boys.
Okay. Let's see. Let's actually do the timeline shots at the end. You can like comment on it. That's way
Well,
fast.
who are the top 8 GPs?
Let's actually do it.
Ming, Ottomans, Timurids should be in there.
Yeah,
Click on
France,
France
Okay.
probably.
Delhi.
Delhi, yeah. Hungary. I guess the most surprising one is Hungary and Mali
Mali?
being in there. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, despite him being my overlord, it's just deeply unsettling seeing a Ming that has actually grown.
Well,
Yeah.
it hasn't really grown. It just
Well,
developed.
no, but even by a single number, something is wrong, you know, instinctually.
I guess again, like 200 development. Ming starts with like
Yeah,
1k.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the timeline shots. First time we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna like play it. Don't know what to expect.
Who
from
also
it.
watch
It
Poland
would have been cool if Paradox
and Austria.
introduces a player timeline shot. I
Ah,
don't know if that exists in the game.
yeah,
God, look at Uzbek, literally a single go all the way to Buryatia.
yeah.
Oh,
At the beginning, I see it. He's over there.
very
already.
upsetting.
Damn, he was fast there, man.
Very upsetting.
This Uzbek is so.
Yep.
So if you can do it that fast, I can too as Poland, right?
Yeah, sure. As I said, it's been very funny to watch the stuff with Denmark/Poland from Asia, because it's literally just been like snapshots of screenshots in chat or whatever, and it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, I think you get the title for best border gore in the beginning. Poland.
Oh yeah.
Denmark. That's it.
And then Denmark, yeah. Alright, guys, I'm gonna save it here. This has been the podcast. Thanks for joining. This was season 1. Thanks for the guests for being here.
Thank you.